Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm old school. Dinosaur. I ain't like you. Unicorn. No, I ain't new. Dinosaur. Yeah, I'm different.
Welcome to the very first episode of Dinosaurs and Unicorns. I am your host, Rasheed Jeffries, and this is my co-host, my beautiful wife, Ebony Jeffries. Say hi to the people.
Hi to the people.
And we are finally here. Long anticipated. We've had some delays. We had a power outage. We had a lot of things that pushed us back, but we are here finally. Much anticipated dinosaurs, unicorns, and we have a guest. Our first guest for the very first episode is my very own daughter, our eldest daughter, and her name is Maya Jeffrey. Say hi to the people.
Hi to the people.
That's going to be a thing around here. Hi to the people. We're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to have a topic today, but before we get to the topic, I would like to explain real quick for those of you all who are joining us for the first time. Maybe you haven't seen any of the promos leading up to this, but this is dinosaurs and unicorns, and that's who we are representing. We're representing dinosaurs, which are people who are old school, people who feel like they're in a foreign land in 2026 because we're used to the old way, and now we had to relearn, we had to unlearn and then relearn a new way, and we're trying to get our footing, if you will, in this modern day with all of this technology and everything. So we're used to the old way, so we're old school, so we're dinosaurs. And then you have unicorns. Unicorns, regardless of how old you are, if you are different, if you don't flow like everyone else flows, you have your own way, you're a unicorn. You're unique. You dance to the beat of your own drums, if you will. So we're representing both. We're representing dinosaurs. I'm actually a dinosaur and a unicorn. What's the generation before us? The baby boomers. They're the experienced, veteran dinosaurs. And then I'm representing Gen X. We're dinosaurs. The millennials are sort of dinosaurs. Gen X, we're like baby dinosaurs. We're just getting started with this thing. And then you got Gen Z, who Maya is representing, and she's going to enlighten us on some things, and my wife is going to ask some questions. And we're just going to go ahead and get started, and we're going to start from a topic called doing too much. Doing too much. But I'm going to pass it over to my wife because I don't want to do too much. I'm going to pass it over to my co-host and let her do her thing.
What a transition. All right. Doing too much. DTM. Also known as doing the most.
The most.
I'm sure many of you have heard that phrase tossed around, and we all might see it a little differently. But we want to get started and talk about it, get some different perspectives on what exactly is doing too much or doing the most, and how do we feel about it. So we'll take a look at it, starting with texting versus calling. Which one is better? Which one's more effective? And who does which one? The dinosaurs or the younger people, and why? So we'll turn it over to Maya, and she can tell us a little bit about her perspective on texting versus calling.
Okay, my perspective on texting and calling. I think it depends on the situation. Typically, it's gonna be a no on the call. Like a lot, like frequently. It also depends on the person, because I feel like some people are better over a call and some people are better over text. Like I know some people that text very dryly, and you think that that's how they talk, and then you call them or see them in person and they're different. So it also depends on the person, but for the most part, texting is more convenient. Yeah, I think I'd vote text.
One vote for text.
What'd you say about that, Mr. Jeffries?
Well, it's a tie. One vote for text, one vote for call. I can definitely see the convenience of texting. It's definitely convenient. I think that's we're going to see a theme or overriding theme with the old school versus the new school. It seems like technology has got us to a place of convenience, which is a positive, but it could also create some challenges. And so, like she mentioned, texting, some people can text dryly, right? It's kind of hard to convey your emotions in a text. I know we have emojis and things like that, but nothing beats good old fashioned facial expression, tone, cadence. When you're hollering at somebody and they can hear it in your voice, it's a whole lot more effective than them trying to hear it over a text. People, it's easier for people to know what you mean when they're talking to. See, I think the best way of communication is face to face. When you're looking at someone, you can see, because anytime you're exercising, the communication that exercises the most senses makes the most sense.
Oh, clever.
You like that?
I like that.
When you're incorporating the sight, smell, taste, hearing, feel, touch, everything is incorporated in the communication. That is the most effective form of communication. But when you start eliminating components of your senses, then you start to decrease, in my opinion, the value or the effectiveness of the communication. And I think talking on the phone is a step below face to face, but it's a step above texting, because texting, you can't hear my voice. You eliminate the hearing. That's a major sense when you talk about communication, because how many messages have gotten lost in the text, and people think you mad when you ain't, or people think you happy about something when you not. I throw an LOL on things just because I don't want people to think that I'm mad. It's not because I'm literally laughing out loud. I just want people to know, hey, I ain't mad. But see, when you're on the phone, you can express that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a phone guy when it comes to text versus the phone.
See, I want to change my answer. Oh, you explaining it, I'm thinking the same thing. Like, sometimes you have to say certain things and like soften the blow, but you don't mean it to be a certain way, but because you can't hear the tone, so I'll be like, LOL, and it's like, I'm not actually laughing, but LOL, like everything's okay.
I'm good.
I do that a lot, actually.
Yeah, that's a good point. The use of LOL to soften the tone a little bit. Because I often think, are people really laughing out loud? It might not even be something that's funny. But speaking of abbreviations, so LOL is one of those very common ones. But are there other abbreviations with texting, and how do we view that? Is that helpful, useful, not?
Hey, I do incorporate some abbreviations, to be honest, because I'm a dinosaur. A lot of them I ain't up on, but I know some of them, like LOL we just mentioned. A lot of times I'm typing LOL and I'm stern, LOL, but I'm not laughing at all. But BRB, be right back. Some I don't use because I don't want people to think I'm cussing. There was an LM.
AO.
Yeah, right. AF. No, I don't use AF. I know what it means. I don't use that. But yeah, there are a few that I use. Some of them I don't understand. And so when young people text young people, when I get nosy and look at their text, I don't understand it. Half the time they use so many abbreviations and acronyms that I'm lost. And my thing is, hey man, just say what you're trying to say. But I get it. They want to say it quicker. It's more convenient. It's easier to do. It's faster. So the convenience factor is there. But sometimes interpretation gets lost in the abbreviations and the acronyms. And I know y'all used to that, right?
I think I agree. It gets to a point because I've noticed that like I'll hold back on the abbreviations depending on who I'm talking to. Like I'll automatically start an abbreviation and be like, they're not gonna know what that means. Say the full word. So I do think it gets to a point because some of them are like a little too like, girl, just say what it is. And also, like, once they keep doing new ones, so it's like now you have to learn a new abbreviation.
Right.
So I probably don't know all of them, but I use them pretty frequently depending on who I'm talking to. Again, it's a generation thing. So like if I'm talking to you, certain things I'm not gonna say because you're not. Or like Grammy, I'll be texting her and be like, "Oh, let me backtrack." She's not gonna know what I'm saying.
You talking to me? I appreciate complete sentences.
With punctuation, sentence structure, typing a text the way we learn how to write in English class. It works well. Actually, that's how that's how I text. I type it the way I would normally type it, but
Yeah.
I will say though, based off or what you were saying about like typing grammatically correct, like we need to open up the schools. Like honestly, it's really because people my age, because I feel like I am pretty grammatically correct. And like today I saw a message and the punctuation was so wrong. And it was like, don't even put it if you, but it's like people probably don't know because they don't use it or practice it. And then it's like you forget how to do it. Like it's kind of sad sometimes.
and I get accused of doing too much when I use a punctuation, and if I'm grammatically correct, I'm going to use the proper form of there.
No, that's not doing too much at all. That's like a pet peeve of mine. Somebody would be like, "They are there," and I'm like, "They are what?" Doesn't make any sense. I do think there's like, I don't know. Yeah. It's a scale or back and forth.
Yeah, that's true. So with all the texting back and forth and the shortcuts with the abbreviations, and then you mentioned earlier also the emojis,
right.
Which can often be used to communicate some of that emotion that you don't get when you're not talking to each other. I mean, does that keep people from actually talking to each other? What's happening with conversations? Do we hold conversations anymore?
Well, ladies first on that one.
I guess again, I feel like all my answers are depends. But I think I do. Like I said, I have friends that like sometimes we will text, but I have a lot of friends that we won't talk really at all because we prefer talking in person or on the phone, and they're not texters. So it's like, okay, if it's not texting, it's nothing until I see you. So sometimes, like depending on who it is, I prefer in person or on the phone. But yeah, I think I still have conversations. Also, I think like what we were talking about before about tone and stuff like that, certain conversations you're not going to have through text because it'll be stupid to have them and then you're not understanding like the tone and like you said, the five senses, seeing their facial expressions and all that stuff. So yeah, I do think I prefer in-person conversations.
Yeah.
And listen, at the risk of being accused of DTM, of doing the most, I think certain conversations require a phone call, or at least a phone call. In person would be a whole lot better, but on my birthday, it's so much better. I'm not saying I despise the text. I love the text because if you're thinking about me and you send me a text, that's better than nothing. And so I appreciate the thought, but it's a lot better when I can hear your voice. And I can hear your excitement when you wish me a happy birthday or Merry Christmas or Happy Father's Day. But I think we get lazy and spoiled with this technology, and we just roll over and we send mass text. It's convenient. You can get a whole lot done at once. But in that, I'd rather do too much. There's certain people I want to talk to, or certain people I want to call me, and I want to hear from you. Next thing you know, especially if you only talk to these people once or twice a year, now it's been reduced to only seeing their text once or twice a year. Now I haven't heard your voice in 5, 6, 7 years because of the technology. So yeah, certain situations I prefer to do too much, and I want you to do too much. The standard that's been established nowadays. Because back in the day, it wasn't doing too much.
Honestly, I didn't even think about that till you just said it. Because for Father's Day, I don't do mass like group texts, but I'll send one person first and then copy and paste to each person. So for Father's Day, I sent it just a text to all the uncles, and it was like so redundant. Like it would have been so much better to just call everybody. But it's like you have so many; it's just easier to do that. But it's a difference, so I understand.
I know it could be time consuming calling everybody, but it's worth it. The quality of it. When it's a feel good when you say, my niece called me, and I got to have a real good conversation with her,
right?
As opposed to you saw her text, you might even forget that, But
well, I was about to say I forget to respond sometimes.
Yeah,
you gotta ignore them, and it's like, no, I just am bad at texting.
But hey, but when you send the text, you got the receipt.
True.
They can't say you didn't reach out, right? Because hey, you look at your phone, my text is in there. So it's pros and cons. But personally, I prefer the doing too much option of calling.
So what about is it doing too much if you call and you don't reach them? Maybe you leave a voicemail, and maybe you send a text message. Like if we're using all of the methods, is that doing too much?
Every time? Absolutely. I think I only use every method if it's like an emergency and I need to get a hold of them ASAP. But like, if you just miss my call, I'll just text and be like, hey, call me when you get a minute. Like a message and a second call and a text is a lot. Because then I'm going to think it's something wrong, like something happened. I don't know. That like alerts me. You do that?
Guilty as charged. No, I don't do it all the time, but I can see a scenario where you call someone and you leave a voicemail message. Sometimes you're not even meaning to leave the voicemail message. It just hits you all of a sudden, and that beat comes, and you stuck, and you got to say something. So you leave the voicemail message, but then when you hang up, in your mind, you're thinking, they're not gonna check their voicemail.
When I get to the beep, I just hang up.
Right, I guess,
that's my fault. But that's how it turns into the voicemail and the text, because I'm going to send a text because I really want you to get my message that I called. So, yeah, I've done that. And then you have situations where, what about when you call people? Well, when they text you, right? And then you call them back.
Absolutely not.
Well, tell me your thoughts. Is that doing too much?
Absolutely. Yes. Because if I wanted to call you, I would call you. Yeah. Because sometimes, like you said, texting is more convenient. So you'll text somebody, and then they call, and you're like, I can't answer. That's not what I wanted to do. Just text me back, or we'll talk later. That's that's actually a pet peeve of mine. Like if I text somebody and I start getting that call, I'm like, oh my god, it's annoying.
Because you may not be in a
you're not in a position
where you can talk.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I get it.
But you give you call somebody after they text you.
Yeah, I've done that.
Guilty of that
too,
huh?
I've done it because they text me. How many of y'all can identify with this? It's someone who I've been waiting to talk to. It's a call that I've been anticipating, and you text. And I'm like, no, wait a minute. And I call. So, yeah, I know it's wrong.
I don't know. Actually, I think I'm not guilty of doing it because of that. But I have found myself like in a back and forth, not like arguing, but just a in-depth conversation through text. And like halfway through my text, I'm like, I'm not about to type all this out. And so then I'll call. But I will also understand if they don't answer because we were texting.
Right.
But sometimes if the conversation gets a little long-winded, then I'll just be like, okay, let's just call because this is too much.
So do you ask them, can I call you now?
No.
Or you just call?
Because especially like if we're both, because sometimes like you'll send a text 10 minutes later, 20 minutes later, like it's not right away.
Yeah.
But if we're both sitting in the chat texting, okay, I know you're sitting here in the chat. You're not busy enough, like too busy to not text me. So I'll just call to take the chance. And if they don't answer, then I'll understand. I won't like be like, you didn't answer my call. But that's like the rare time where I'll call unsolicited in the middle of texting.
That's a good point. So transition us just a little bit when it comes to having those conversations and making those calls versus texting. Do you think it's impacted, let's say, like dating or connecting with people in that way? when somebody is interested in you? Are they texting you? Are they calling you? How they getting your phone number? What is that? Are they even getting your phone number? What does that look like?
When I was thinking about like the first question that we were talking about and how it was circumstantial depending on the people, that was part of the thing that I was thinking about. Because no, like if you're just a random person, no, I don't want to sit on the phone with you. If I'm interested in you, yes, I'm gonna sit on the phone with you because I want to talk to you. So I think it depends on the circumstances. So when it comes specifically for me, like, but I don't know. I think it's just depending on the person, because I know some people that don't like sitting on the phone and they'd rather be in person or text. Personally, for me, because I know, like, schedules can be busy. You can't always just hop and see somebody every day. Calling is just an easy way to just like keep conversation going and stuff like that. As far as asking for numbers, I don't think people my age typically do that. Like the most of the people that I've had ask for my number like in public are older than me.
Dinosaurs.
Yes, are older people.
Yes.
But people my age, I'm not gonna say no, but I think probably because of like the social media era and stuff, like I feel like we're not really like that situation may not come up as much. Like, just seeing somebody in person, be like, can I get your number? Like, it might be more of like, oh, you see somebody on social media, or I don't know. It just depends, I think. But in my personal like opinion, for me, it's always older people. And they're always like, can I get your number?
Interesting. There's a reason for that.
Like strangers. Yeah.
Well, yeah, strangers are the ones who get
your phone number.
Yes. Yeah.
That's how it goes. And because they no longer want to be a stranger. They would like to get to know you.
Right.
And that's the doorway, the phone number, historically. But you got to be skillful. See, there's a technique. There's a way. See, when I was coming up as a young lad, teenager especially, going to the mall, going downtown, where the ladies are going to be there, and you anticipate it. So you bring your pen and your pad. Because you out there on a mission trying to get numbers. You trying to get phone numbers because you want to meet young ladies and get to know them, and so I think in a weird kind of way that process really helped me to build confidence and to confidence within myself, like to be able to approach a woman and present yourself to her and speak to her and get a response, a favorable response, to the point where she likes you because of your presentation enough to allow you to continue to contact her. And when you ask for her number, it's an affirmative. That's because you got a thing called game.
Can I ask a follow-up question though?
Go ahead.
Because so you're talking about the positive end if they say yes, right? On the negative side though, do you think it helped you to be rejected? Because I personally think men in our generation don't know how to be rejected, and so they react so negatively when it happens because they're not used to like feeling that. And then it's like the end of the world. Now you're verbally abusing a woman for not, like, God forbid, I don't want to get my number. Now it's like,
right.
Yeah. See, rejection goes along with the game.
Yeah.
It's like missing a shot in basketball. You're not going to make every shot. So we expect to be rejected. Yeah. Well, some of us do. There are pretty boys out there that have never experienced it and they're spoiled. But when I had to work for mine, right? And so, there's going to be that comes along with it. There are going to be women who not going to like you like that. And you're going to ask for their number and they're going to be like, no, get away from me. Yeah. Little boy. but that also helps you to be resilient. It helps you to bounce back. It helps you to be persevere. I mean, listen, I'm not saying be creepy and continue to holler at the one that rejected you. No, keep it moving. But you're not, you know how to take reject. I think that's a good thing to experience, coming up. So there are things, there are messages and lessons that are wrapped up in that process that we didn't even anticipate with that process.
I was about to say that. Because I'm also thinking about people that I've also seen an influx of like men expecting the woman to initiate.
Oh, come on now.
And so that could also be because if they're not practicing that and they have a fear of rejection because they don't get rejected because they've never done it, then it's like a snowball effect of, okay, well, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that also goes hand in hand. So,
yeah.
And that's a fear. That's a fear. And you got to face those fears. I mean, come on. If the woman is worth, oh man, I'm about to make a very, very profound statement here. I just thought about it. If a woman is worth you getting to know, then she's also worth you risking being rejected by her. You know what I mean? If this woman, if you don't feel a slight fear that she might reject me, she probably is not the woman who you should try to go for. I want that fear to be there.
It means you care enough or that they're the standard.
They're the standard, right?
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's certain women that you talk to and you feel like, ain't no way she rejected me. But do you really want that one? You know, no, I want the one that might reject me. You know, and so if she doesn't, that's a bonus, you know, and it feels so much better. And now you feel like you're achieving something. But nowadays, man, they just get what's the Instagram?
Right. They even
they
get
meet
the phone
online.
numbers. Everything's on social media.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that meet social media.
Yeah. It takes the risk out of it. It takes the courage out of it. You know, how do you build your confidence?
I mean, there's still some aspect of like the whole like sliding into the DM thing. Like if you do it on Instagram, that's obviously still like a risk factor, but it's not the same as face to face in person. Like the possibility of getting rejected right there versus through a screen.
That boy meets girl dynamic is fading. It's in danger of extinction. You know, we going to another place. Hey, me personally, I'd rather do too much, but you know, I have mine, so I no longer have to be a part of that game. But man, when I was a single young man, that game was fun. It was exhilarating.
Yeah. So when they slide, you mentioned the DMs, Maya. When they slide into your DMs and you leave them on red, does it have the same impact as if they were being rejected face to face?
I think that's arguably worse. Red is crazy.
Yikes!
Because like in person, they'll still respond to you. I feel like typically, I mean, obviously I wouldn't know personally, but I would assume like even the people that I rejected in person, like I'm not just gonna look at them and turn away. That's like my equal of a red is just like you see it and ignore somebody. That's crazy to me. So I feel like that's almost worse. But I don't know. I guess it's a matter of opinion.
That's interesting.
It's very interesting. You leave me on red, you doing too much.
But I guess again, it's an easier way to get out of responding if you're like me and you hate like being mean to somebody, so you don't want to reject somebody. Because I'm sure in person it's like, okay, you have to physically say no. Through a screen, you're like, I don't want them. I'm just not going to answer. So it's like an easy like cop out way of just like not showing that you're interested.
It's a cop out. It's the lack of courage. It's cowardly. I hate to say it. But man, face that person, man. Why you leaving them on red? You know.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's I don't want to get on the soapbox with that. But so go ahead. Baby.
Okay. So I mean, a little bit of what we talked about is also people's ability to express themselves, right? To actually communicate what it is they might be feeling or not feeling, or you know, being able to handle rejection, all of that. Is that something that this younger generation struggles with in general, just self-expression?
Yep.
Oh, Maya.
Do they?
Oh boy.
I feel like anytime I'm talking to someone, this can go hand in hand with friendships too. But the first thing that popped in my mind is the men in relationships. I feel like communication has become such a lost art, which seems so stupid because it's like, it's just communication. But you would think that like just saying something is like a no-brainer, but I feel like nowadays it's not. Like, people don't communicate their feelings. I feel like they make it so much more complicated than what it really is, and I feel like a lot of situations can be alleviated through communication. That's why I always preface that with friendships, relationships, like, please, if you're going to do anything, communicate. I say that a lot because I feel like it's not a normalized thing anymore. It's weird. I don't know. It seems so simple, but a lot of people don't do it now, I think. Yeah. So maybe that's part of it, is made people not know how to do it anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, and I wonder where that comes from. Yeah. You know, they don't know how to do it because they didn't practice those skills.
Yeah.
And because technology does it for them. And we hide behind technology. And so those skills aren't developed in the younger generation. So expressing themselves becomes a bigger challenge because we're not used to it.
Right.
And so in the older generation, we had to express ourselves, you know, to get our point across. Otherwise, you'd just be lost. And so, yeah, I think when it comes to that, doing too much needs to happen.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Because otherwise, you won't learn the skills necessary to be socially effective. You know, but nowadays that's the norm, though.
Yeah.
And it's almost expected for people to be social misfits.
So when it comes to back in the day, when you had to express yourselves, do you think you over express yourselves? Is it too much?
Yeah. And we're proud of that. Hey, listen, my generation, let a song come on the radio that we love. Oh, we singing that song. I don't care who's around. Let Luther come on. Do 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 do. And then you got 5 people my age singing, trying to harmonize, singing the same song, and with no embarrassment, because that's just normal for us. And you know what else would be a part of that scene? 5 people from your generation rolling their eyes like, oh my God, they doing too much. Do y'all sing y'all songs out loud? Or is that something? Okay.
Well, I was going to say, when you were saying that, I was like, I don't know if that's a good example, because I feel like if a classic comes on in public, but
yeah. I don't know. But do you frown on the older generation when they do it?
I just think... Tell the truth. Like, we do the same stuff when y'all do it as Courtney.
See, now
it just depends, because I'm picturing in my head you and my mother and Mama Ed like all together doing this, and I'm like I can see me, Emerson, and Mercy looking at each other like, okay,
all the time.
It just
all the time.
I don't know what the difference is. Maybe it's just because y'all are older. Because, yeah, I feel like we do the same stuff if we're in public and a song comes on, like, we're all singing it too, but
yeah,
we do it cooler. We do it differently.
Cooler. What about y'all dancing?
What about dancing?
You dance cooler too?
I don't even know if it's considered dancing anymore. Like, some of the trends that I've seen, I feel like they're all repetitive now. I saw something recently that somebody was like, bring, like, real dancing back. Like, when, like, TikTok first became a thing, dance trends were a thing, and they still are, but, like, I feel like it was more dancey then. Like, it's just become the, like, same 3 repeated moves, I feel like, now. So.
Yeah, see, back in the day,
y'all dancing was more complex than ours. Ours are so simple. And
I think because we utilized our entire imaginations.
In your entire body.
In our entire, listen, we went for it. Like, we wasn't trying. Go back in the day. Have you seen any of those old clips of Studio 54? I think it is, when they would be in their dance. Any clip that you see back in the day, the 70s, 80s, what have you, where it's a party. When people are dancing, man, these people are dancing. Sweating.
Like Soul Train lines. I'm like,
yes.
People don't dance that hard.
They don't do that no more. No, we used to dance. dance. If I'm dancing with a young lady, hey, I hope you got some energy. Because I'm coming with it. I'm not trying to be cool. No, I'm doing all the moves.
Or like dance battles in clubs and stuff.
We used to battle. We used to battle.
I've never seen that in my life ever. Like present day. I've only seen it on TV.
We used to have break dance battles, spontaneously jump off in the club. Yeah, we was doing too much. Yeah, they don't do that no more.
Nah.
At all.
It's not a thing.
Definitely DTM. What?
What was you about to say? Yeah, that is DTM.
So in same lines of that, well, not really same lines, but when it comes to doing stuff too hard, you was dancing too hard, you singing too hard, all of this energy you exerting, with really everything you do. Does that also translate into just work in general?
I think so. And I don't blame the newer generation for that. I think there's a perfect storm of things that happened that created that environment that caused doing too much to be doing too much. Things that we used to do as a standard regularly, you don't have to do no more because technology does it for you. You know, and so this next generation came up under that technology. So when they see older people doing the extra, it's extra to them. Because you can get the same thing done. You can be more efficient doing the same thing and a whole lot less energy. Yeah.
What's an example of that, you think?
I don't know. Come back to me.
We're prepared for the example. Huh?
Yes.
All right, Maya, what are your thoughts about that?
I think I agree. I think, like you said, technology played a big factor in that. Like the first things that come to mind are like washing dishes versus a dishwasher. Because like growing up in this house, like we didn't have a dishwasher. We washed by hand. And like it's become so normalized. Like now, like obviously in my apartment, like we just use the dishwasher and it's like 2 seconds. But also like, I don't know, there's a difference though in the efficiency of how it's done. Like the dishwasher sometimes does not get everything like it should. And there are certain things that are just better hand washed. Yeah. So I think sometimes working hard has a better payout than the shortcuts anyway. I think it just depends on what it is.
When you think of it, there are a lot of shortcuts.
Our society is full of those shortcuts. It's become a part of the norm of our society. You mentioned dishwasher. That's actually an old example. But what about Lyft and Uber? Like, you know how easy it is to get a ride somewhere? We would try to get a taxi, but that was a whole lot tougher than having an app on your phone where you could just at your fingertips get an Uber. We don't have to grocery shop no more. Right. You know, you got the groceries that come straight to your door.
Everything.
You can shop online. You don't have to go to the mall or go. It's so many things that has cut the work out that we used to have to put in. But now, because of technology, we don't have to put that kind of work in.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Technology's made everything a whole lot more convenient. From dating to dishes to food.
Yeah. And it's made us lazy and spoiled. It definitely has.
That is true. I want to circle back real quick because we're going to wrap up in a minute, but I want to go back a little bit to like relationships and dating and all of that. Because I noticed something maybe happening in this current generation. A couple of things I want to touch on. One, it seems like people don't want to get married anymore. And that used to be a huge thing back in the day. Maybe it's making a comeback. I don't know, Maya. That face tells me maybe not. What are your thoughts about that?
I personally, if you don't want to get married at all, cool. I mean, obviously, I guess it's depending on like each person, like to each their own. Personally, I don't understand the wanting to be a baby mother or a baby father without being a wife or a husband. Like, because I think that just makes things 10 times more complicated. And it's like, you don't, like, for me, I don't want somebody to be the father of my children and not my husband. Like, I just don't, I don't know. It just feels weird to me.
Say that, girl.
Because I know some people who like are going on their third, fourth, fifth child, and there is no talk of a ring. Like I've seen people. It's become super normalized, like you said. Like a lot of people are having kids and are not married, and people don't really ask anymore because it's like, oh, we're just together and we're having kids, and that's what it is. And I know some people don't want to get married. I guess like I don't know. I don't even know if it's taboo, but just like they just don't want to get married for whatever reason. But yeah, I think I agree with you. It's definitely become way more normalized. I think that there are definitely still a good chunk of people that do, but the percentage of people that don't, I think, is much higher now.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. And there's a reason for that too. You know, we have done a poor job of representing marriage and putting it in a positive light. There are a lot of marriages, great marriages, that do put it in a positive light. But the question is that in front of us as much as the divorces and the strained marriages? There's so many. The divorce rate is through the roof. And that's what we're facing. And you face that coming up, and you may witness a volatile, dysfunctional marriage coming up, and it gives you cold feet. Like, I don't want that.
Right.
I'd rather be single for the rest of my life than to have to deal with that. Go ahead, Maya.
I was going to add, because that just made me think about conversations that I've had with people, like friends that I've had, and they've been like, what? And like, for me, because I know that I want to get married, I'm like, well, why don't you? Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm trying to plead a case or whatever. But they say it's so straightforward, and I'm like, you know what? That makes sense. They were like, why would I get married? I've never seen any example of a marriage that's lasted in my face. Like, what do I have to look up to that would make me want to do that? And I'm like, I mean, it makes sense. And also, like, I mean, even personally, like, I feel like with you guys, I was able to see that. Obviously, like, you know, with the blended family and everything with you and mom, like, it didn't work out that way. But I think it was good that you got remarried to Mama Eb, because I could have also been in that same boat if I didn't see that example from you guys. So I feel like seeing stuff, growing up with like a example is really important. Like, it's really important to see representation of that, because it affects how you think when you get older.
Good point.
That's
Good
a really
point.
good point.
And people get cold feet, and it's a lot of work involved if you want a successful marriage. And so it makes sense that people want to shy away from that work, because that's the trend. I mean, hey, man, you know, technology is taking work away.
Yeah.
And so we cringe at work. When it comes work, cringe worthy. We're not trying to work. I'm not trying to experience anything challenging. I want the easy route. And I think that's what technology does. It causes us to not want to do too much.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's good. All right.
Not just the younger generation.
Yeah.
Well, there's old heads that want to go into the sunlight. I mean, into the go into the sunset.
Sunset.
Yeah. Single and mingling.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. They don't want to be tied down. You know, just one woman. What?
Yeah.
Gotta be with you for the rest of my life. Oh.
Which sounds crazy, because I'm like, you already halfway there.
Right.
Hey, watch yourself now. Yeah. Hey, this dinosaur bashing over here.
But I'm just saying, in the light of like, oh my gosh, I don't want to settle down. Like, that phrase and like mindset makes me think like, okay, grow up. Like, you're not grown enough, because that's like a young mindset. Right. Like, why are you thinking like that in your 50s and 60s? Settle down.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. All right. So I think we've covered a pretty good amount of topics and examples of doing too much or not, maybe not doing enough. I don't know. It varies. But was there anything else that you wanted to add, Mr. Jeffries or Maya, before we wrap up?
You know, we covered a great deal. Doing too much, you know, people talk about when we do too much in church. You know, praising God too much. You
Yeah.
know, people say that all the time. Like, it don't take all that. Well, I think it does. And so, you know, certain things I'm going to do too much. We have to be at a place where we're above the opinions of people.
Yeah.
If we ever want to be successful with what we do, we have to do things with conviction, despite how people may view it, who has no bearing on whether or not it's going to be successful or not. You do your thing, man. And if some people perceive it as doing too much, then so be it. But man, if you feel like that's what you need to do to achieve what you're seeking to accomplish, then so be it, man. Do your thing. You know, us dinosaurs, we gonna do what we gotta do. You know, y'all can say we doing too much all y'all want, and we gonna continue to do too much and be happy.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good note.
Yeah.
What about you, Maya?
I actually agree.
I think your generation does too much. Well, not just your generation, but the generation after you when it comes to promposals.
Oh, well.
That's a lot. It's like, are y'all getting married?
Right.
What is going on here? This is a prom. Most of the people don't even be boyfriend, girlfriend, going all out, you know. So I think that's it confuses me because it's hypocritical because they want to talk about us doing too much. And then you got the promposals. They're like, what is that? What is that? Is that not too much? What do you think about promposals?
So we didn't have, I mean, I think they had started when I was in high school, but it wasn't as big as it is now, I think. And also just the prom send-off itself. Like, they're so... I don't even know what word to use.
Yeah. Extra.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, there were some people that it started to get that way when I went to prom, but for the most part, they were pretty tame. Like, they're a lot now.
Yeah.
And
they're getting progressively.
And I feel like it hasn't even been that long.
Yeah.
Like, that was not that long ago. So it progressed very fast.
Very fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I agree. I think just stay true to yourself. And if that's doing too much to other people, like, the other people don't have a say in your life. So what makes you happy? So. And like you said, in being successful too, because sometimes you have to go hard to get to the point that you want to get to. And
good point.
People are, I don't know. If your results are getting you to where you want, then that's what it took to get you there, even if it was doing too much. So I think I feel that way in like every aspect of your life. And not letting people, people's opinions affect that, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good. Well, you did a great job for our first guest.
Yes.
Of our first episode of Dinosaurs and Unicorns. We are finally, I feel like we're exhaling, breathing a sigh of relief. We finally got the first episode in the books, and we look forward to a whole lot more. And we're going to end this episode like we're going to end all of them by saying, hey, are you a dinosaur? Are you old school? Are you a unicorn? Are you unique? Are you different? Well, you my kind of people. All right. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah. 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 I'm old school. Dinosaur. I ain't like you. Unicorn. No, I ain't new. Dinosaur. Yeah. I'm different. Unicorn. Hey yo, I'm old school. Dinosaur. I ain't like you. Unicorn. No, I ain't new. Dinosaur. Let's just say I'm unique. Unicorn. I'm from a time before where my views are foreign. I'd rather rewind and soar than choose the norm. I'm from a time before where my views are foreign, and I'd rather rewind and soar than choose the norm. You know why? 'Cause I'm old school. Dinosaur. I ain't like you. Unicorn. No, I ain't new. Dinosaur. Yeah, I'm different. Unicorn. I said I'm old school. Dinosaur. I ain't unicorn.